Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we're going to be talking about that damn Ben Simmons. But before we even get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is CTABANZ. Want to follow the channel? Same name of the channel, Dreamers Pro. And if you want today's full show before it comes out on YouTube, it's streaming for free on the Dreamers Pro podcast. Let's talk about that damn Ben Simmons for a second. As you guys know, no one has wasted the time of NBA fans, the time of media, the time of teammates, the time of NBA personnel like one Ben Simmons. When Ben Simmons came into the NBA, he was being compared to LeBron James. Just think about that for a second. You're a 6'10" point forward who was quick, who was fast, who was strong, who could run the court, who could play defense, who could assist the ball, had all of those things going in your favor. And you had a red shirt year where you didn't play your first year. And you had comparisons to one of the 5 greatest players of all time in LeBron James. Those were the type of expectations that were being heaped on Ben Simmons coming into the NBA. And when he came into the NBA, when he had his first official year as a rookie, he stood out. He averaged 15.8 points per game on 54% shooting, 0% from the three. We're going to get to that in a moment. On 56% shooting from the free throw line. Hey, he's a rookie. While getting 8.1 rebounds, 8.2 assists, 3.4 turnovers, but 1.7 steals and 0.9 blocks as a rookie. And people out here were like, man, this may be the second coming of LeBron. Why? Because we were looking at all of his soft and raw and hard skills, looking at his physical attributes, and like, man, this guy, I mean, he's a total package. And he's even taller, bigger than LeBron. The following season for the Philadelphia 76ers, he scores even more points, 17 points per game. Field goal shooting percentage goes up to 56%. He then, free throw shooting percent goes up to 60%. Improvement, although it's horrendous. 8.8 rebounds from 8.1, 7.7 assists. Turnovers, 3.5, roughly the same. Steals, 1.7. You're like, man, this guy's getting better. Third season, field goal shooting percentage goes up even more. Scoring tapers, he then starts to attempt threes, making 28% of his threes. Free throw shooting went up to 62. You can see the progression. And then what happened? 2021, Ben Simmons goes out there and puts up one of the all-time worst performances in an NBA playoff series against the Atlanta Hawks, where some games he would just go scoreless. And then, of course, he had the infamous play where he turned out an open wide dunk to pass over to his teammate, and then he got mugged, and then he went to the free throw line. Ben Simmons then leaves because Doc Rivers and these guys said they don't believe in him anymore. He leaves. He decides to go to the Brooklyn Nets after causing a total mess. He gets there. Some Brooklyn Nets fans over there twerking it up all over the place. Oh, we got Ben Simmons. We got Ben. I'm like, y'all, do y'all know who y'all got? Y'all over there twerking it up all over the place, gyrating for this dude? Nevertheless, he goes up there. He becomes a no-show. And over the last few years, Ben Simmons has turned himself into one of the biggest laughingstocks in the NBA. So what happened? Ben Simmons then, on Saturday night, makes his infamous return to Philadelphia, the city that drafted him, and it was his third time back. He walks into the game, coming off the bench, because he's coming off an injury, and they start booing his ass. They boo him. And then at the end of the game, when they asked Ben Simmons to weigh in on the reception that he got from the Philadelphia 76ers crowd, well, you won't believe what he said. But before we even get into what Ben Simmons said, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting 2 entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And once again, once you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is I want to play what Ben Simmons had to say here. I want you guys to listen to this nonsense, and then want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Ben Simmons had to say here.
This is my second, third time back, so it's a little different now. It's funny to me. Like, I got grown men pissed off and yelling at me. It's like I go home after this, get the win. Like for me, I'm all about winning. So come here and do our job and get to go home. But it's fun. Like I enjoy that. It's not that deep. It's sports, but it comes with it. So I enjoy it.
So you heard what Ben Simmons had to say. Do you know what makes that even worse? Is that Ben Simmons was actually smiling, grinning, as he was saying, like, "Oh, these grown men, I got in so many grown men's feelings." That was what Ben Simmons said. Is this not the biggest joker we got going in the NBA Simmons? Ben Simmons is so lost. He's so tone deaf that he doesn't even understand why they were booing him. He doesn't even understand it. It's like, they're booing me because they're grown men. Not because, well, they patronize this product. They support the team. I'm getting paid over $25 million a year to produce. I'm not producing. I mean, why would they be booing me? I mean, what do you expect? I mean, what do you want from me? This is Ben Simmons. Now, I mentioned something about his three-point shooting. I mentioned something about Ben Simmons' three-point shooting. Let's go back and look at Ben Simmons' contract for a second. Ben Simmons is on the final year of his contract. And this year, Ben Simmons will be earning $37.9 million on a contract he signed. Ben Simmons signed a 2024. And yeah, and then next season, he'll be earning $40 million, right? Do you know in this current NBA, teams are averaging 35 three-point attempts per game? Okay, good. I want to give you guys some data. Ben Simmons has been a professional NBA player for 5 years. This is his 6th season. Do you know how many three-point shots Ben Simmons has made in 5 years? Do you know? In an NBA where this is the three-point era, a guy earning over $30 million per annum, Ben Simmons has made 5 three-point shots in his basketball career. 5. He's averaging 1 3 a year. 1 3 a year. Do you know why Ben Simmons doesn't shoot threes? For 2 reasons. Number 1, he doesn't have the confidence to shoot it. And number 2, he doesn't practice. If you look at Ben Simmons' game from when he was a rookie and you look at his game now, it is a carbon copy. The only difference is now Ben Simmons has developed a new skill. And his new skill is he doesn't shoot. That's his new skill. Now he doesn't shoot. Let me give you guys some information. When Ben Simmons was a rookie, he was attempting 12.3 field goals attempts per game. In the last 2 seasons with the Brooklyn Nets, he's attempting 5.6. This year, he's attempting 5 field goals a game. Do you know how many free throws Ben Simmons attempts a game? He's attempting last year? 1.4. Do you know how many free throws he's attempting this year? 0.5. Free throws a game. Ben Simmons this season is averaging 6 points per game, shooting a fantastic 0% from the three-point line, and he's shooting 25% from the free throw line, and he's slated to earn $37.9 million, but he doesn't know why these guys are upset. He can't figure it out. They just mad. That's Ben Simmons for you. The biggest time waster in all of the NBA. No one is more useless than Ben Simmons. No one. No one is more ridiculous than Ben Simmons. Nobody. Because you cannot show me another player earning that amount of money, putting up that level of production. Ben Simmons is not earning his money. He's stealing his money. Ben Simmons is earning $37 million off of a contract that he earned years ago. Why? Now, why would he be earning $37 million? I mean, how can a guy be earning? Because the production that he put up years ago, teams projected, this mofo looks like if he keeps up the hard work, he's going to get better or at least stay the same. And based on his current production at the time we're giving him this contract, he'd be worth this in the future. So look at his numbers now. Is he earning his money based on the assumption that the teams made when they gave him that contract? Well, hell no. And he doesn't know why they're booing him. This is just grown men booing me. That's Ben Simmons for you. An absolute joker, time waster, and nobody should take Ben Simmons seriously at all.